Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Hope you will be fine and enjoying good health. Today we will discuss topic tools of communication. When we say tool, we may assume some sort of instruments in our mind. And when we say communication, we say to express, to share some ideas, some information, our emotions, our feelings, our thinking. So, how we can interrelate these two elements, tools and communication. So, we are actually talking about communication. When we have to talk with any other person, we need some sort of major and minor tools. And what are they? We will discuss in the next slide. Yes, they are seven in number. Language, script, drawing, painting, sculpture, visual art, they are come in the same category. Body, sirens, next one, dress or costume, and environment. So we can count, there are seven in number: language, script, drawing or visual art, body, silence, costume, and environment. But above all this one, when we talk about communication, we only focus on the first one, that is language. We think that only through the words we can communicate, we can discuss any topic, we can talk, we can convey any information. So we focus only language, but this is not actually the true element. We need to focus on the other six elements also, and how can we do this one? We will discuss in the next slides. First one, that is major, and the center one, language. There are more than 70,000 languages in the world. Here, we couldn't say that this is a specific language of any region or any culture or any nation. But here we are talking about, here we are talking about only the language of a specific person. Whatever you have used at home, whatever you have used at home, at society, in society. So this is called the medium for interaction, for exchanging ideas, for understanding feeling, and for development of human race. This is we do through the using the language. So there are different. You may say that the international agendas are discussed. The word of trade use the different languages. The top official things are also conveyed through the language, and there are so many different languages. Here we have discussed only four. Next important point is script. Script mean any written format on the paper, on the word, or any thing. It is known as a script. Script is a group of symbols, characters, letters, and figures to express the language in the written communication. When we say communication, we actually bother only, most of the time we bother the oral communication, and next we prefer to the written communication. It is an essential, useful tool of communication. Yes, you may say in the picture that there are alphabets, the classic, the square, pronunciation is different, keystroke is different, and you may say that actually in the educated mass we use the script, mean the written form is actually used by the most of the time by the educationalists, by writing books, by writing journalists, and for writing the for the newspaper, the social media, and above all this one, we pass our examination also by writing, by giving the writing examination. Next important point, the factor, the element that we must bother, that is the body language. Body language, how it affects on the communication. Yes, there is a major role of body language. How we react according to the given scenario, how we feel and we think, and is our attitude is positive or negative towards the given the question, towards the given context. it matters a lot. There are two different categories to read, negative and positive. Mean, how can we read, how can we adopt, how can we evaluate the next person is not giving a proper attitude? It comes in the category of negative body language. And positive body language mean that how can we overcome if we are getting bored, if we are not taking interest in the given topic. So first we will discuss that how to analyze the negative body language. Yes, you may observe that the tense conversation mean that topics are not according to the interest. You may sometimes you are not in the same mental scenario that in the other person is talking to you, and therefore you couldn't or you may not respond according to the other person's behavior. They also, and sometimes you also feel as nervousness, stress, and defensive behavior, and above all this one, even sometimes you react in angrily manner, that is also giving the negative body language. So minimal attempts, facial expressions, body turned away from you, and the eyes downcast, also showing that you are not taking interest. There are two pictures in front of you, number one and two, and you can easily observe that which one, in which picture the man is taking interest, and in which picture he is not actually ready to listen and uh, ready to listen, and vice versa. Yes, how to avoid unengaged. If they are students, if the audience, if the other person is not ready to listen you, how can you promote your topic of discussion? How can you discuss? How can you talk? So first of all, you must observe the audience or the listener. This is again a picture that you may easily see that in which picture the man is engaged and in which picture he is not engaged. This is called the body language. Yes, how to project, how to adopt positive body language. Yes, there are major three categories, major three bullets is given to you, that if you are attentive and active, you can easily intake the information or the knowledge, whatever is given to you. So, number one, the posture. Number two, confidence. Number three, open posture. Mean be relaxed. Don't be sit in the stressed manner. Use a firm handshake. Maintain good eye contact. Avoid touching your face. Yes. And I am going to relate public speaking and positive posture with each other. Actually, they are interrelated. We can say the public speaking on the preferable category, but when we are saying to positive attitude, it may you use at home, at family, or in the classroom or whatever. When it's a minor sub uh, field. Public speaking is the same as we discussed in the previous one. So here I'm not going to discuss public speaking, but I have just interconnected with these to make you clear. Again, this is a sum up of the positive and negative. Next, the most important topic, that is silence. When we say silence, we cannot easily imagine that how it is interconnected with the communication. When we say communicate, we definitely say the verbal expressions or some sort of to talk lively or this one. But when we say silence, how can we interrelate that silence? By keeping silence, we can communicate. It's a very important it's a very important uh, topic to understand. I mean, you have to understand this one, that silence is not actually giving you the meaning of silence. Silence means that sometimes there are different scenario in which we use silence, being in front of our elders, in front of parents, in front of teachers, in front of strangers. There are so many other higher authorities where we use silence. In some context, when we are not in our relatives, when we are not in friends, sometimes we use silence, and by saying silent, we observe many things, and we do not react. But at the meantime, we are achieving and receiving many things from our surrounding. Same as when we offer prayer, we have to remain silent. Yes. When we go to masjid, we should be silent over there. Same as in the examination hall, in the classroom, there is a proper practice to keep silence. Why? This is again a positive silence there to maintain the discipline. But again, in some scenario, we do not use silence, but sometimes silence is also giving a negative expression. Mean by remaining in silence with your friend or with your family or with your close near and dear one, it gives an expression that you are in the angry mood or you are annoyed with them, and it may then enhance the communication gap. Misunderstanding level will be developed in that situation. In the previous slide, again the Dr. Mehrubian, he researched that we actually talk 7% according to a verbal communication, but later on, one's voice, tone, or volume, or pitch, intonation, 38% and 55% consist of our body language. You may say that the 45 and 55. Here there are three different colors in front of you. Number one is 7% verbal. Verbal mean again oral and written communication. Second one is non-verbal, where you can see the 38 percentage, and next one is a 55 percentage, that we say the non-verbal, or might be you may say that the by keeping the silence. Next important point is dress. Here is a different dress in front of you. Yes, this is not from Pakistani dress. Mm, Dress is actually is again a silent mode, or it's again a part of body language. Or you may say that sometimes we do not think that how to talk with other person, or how can we judge other person that according to the culture background. Yes, first of all, we observe the dress or costume or appearance of the person. We met so many, we meet so many different people or persons in our daily life, but we could not reach all them. So how we analyze by seeing their appearance, uh, what they are wearing and how they are wearing, their color combination and their luggage, their bags, their jewelry, and whatever they have with them. We observe them, and through this, we indirectly analyzing their personality. As you say that in the previous practice, we have school uniforms also, we have college uniform also, and in our daily life, we also see there is a proper uniform of some specific brands, some specific professions. So, what is the meaning of uniform? Uniform means the uniformity of that organization, but when we wear dress at home, we try to take the simple and easy and relaxed dresses. But when we go outside, definitely we bother our dresses. And when we go to any party, we use fancy dresses. So why we do this one? Actually, we want to show our personality. So same as the costumes, there are different costumes in front of you. And last one is the surrounding and environment. How far it is related with the environment, it is related with the communication. Whenever, whatever we talk and we select the words, we first of all we analyze our circumstances. If we talk at home, our language will be very informal, very we can use slang, we do not bother any serious topic. But when we talk with a stranger or with the elder or with the teacher or whatever, yes, we bother our language. We try to focus that who is sitting and how the different people are listening to us. So we bother our surrounding and environment. So here we are going to stop this one and end this one. Thank you, dear students. Yes, Allah Hafiz. Stay